There we go. Nice, nice, nice.
Look at that.
And we're here today, 1st of July, at Renfrew Stadium. We were about to watch Wireless FC going against the Scottish YouTube team. How are you feeling today, boys?
Biggest charity match up until the side men do, there's no doubt. But no, I'm excited anyway as well. It should be a fantastic game. It's been months of the planning and now it's actually here.
Are you a bit nervous, looking forward to this, or how are you feeling?
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good to see how Wireless do it in their first game. I'm sure there'll be more if this goes well today. SYT, they look good, so it will be a good game. I'm excited.
What's the players to watch for?
So a lot of the YouTubers are actually like really decent. The main one I say for SYT will obviously be CJ Novo. He's the one that's been bagging in a lot of goals for them in their recent matches. Okay. I would say watch out for the likes of valeting as well, Adam Ryan. Yeah. Watch out for players like that. Obviously they're very defensively minded, SYT, so I think they might kind of sit in a little bit, let Wireless go a little bit, but I expect them to be quite good on the counter-attack as well. I would say they were the ones to watch.
Okay. And Jamie, I want you to tell me what you think the score is going to be.
I think the score is going to be 3-2 to Wireless.
3-2 to Wireless. And what do you think?
I think it's going to be 4-3 Wireless, and I think, I'm going to say this right now, I think one of our boys, the Flat Chat boys, is going to score the winner.
You heard this here first. So, yeah, man, we're looking forward to a Wireless win. We don't know what's going to happen, but this is just a pre-match show. I hope you enjoy it, and you're looking forward to the charity event. Just make sure that you go to the stalls and enjoy, and make sure that you also donate. That's the main thing. That's what we're all here for.
Cool.
So, yeah, guys, have fun. That's the teams came out now. We're about to watch them do the wee pre-warm-up before they go back to the changing rooms. But yeah, we just came back to talk about who you're looking forward to seeing the most. I know you said the Flat Chat boys. I know that's your friends.
Yeah.
But let's not be biased.
Yes.
From the SYT, who you looking forward to seeing the most?
I'm looking forward to seeing CJ Novo. I'm looking forward to seeing how he stacks up because he's got a good couple of goals in the last couple of charity games. So I think the Wireless defence have got a lot to be dealing with the likes of him. I'm mainly looking for the likes of Adam Ryan. I think he could be a dark horse in there. Okay. Obviously, Marley 13, of course, well-known COD YouTuber.
Yeah, very true.
Might be a little bit less stressful playing COD than this today, but hopefully it won't be so bad for him.
I've got another name as well. I think Ben and Sam Wardrope will be very good today.
Very good. Of course, Sam does a lot of football coaching. He was at the game at Ibrox when they played against the English YouTube team.
Fair enough. So I guess it's not a failed wonder kid then, if he's playing today.
Exactly.
There you go.
There you go. But yeah, no, definitely we're looking forward to this. SYT have plenty of good players that we need to watch out for. But Wireless boys also have a very good amount of players. I know a few of them play for Glasgow on the ball. They play a few Sunday League teams and all that kind of stuff. Do the SYT have any professional players in their team?
They don't.
They do not, as far as we know anyway. So I think it's more just kind of like a general mix of their friends that have kind of played football. Kind of
so do you think that's going to be a disadvantage?
I don't. I think the SYT, they all are friends, as we said, and they've played a lot of games together, and that is a big factor in football chemistry. Yeah. But I think that will balance itself out a little bit with the Wireless boys because they have some ex-pros in Kenny Mackay and Gregory Taddy. So I think it'll be a very close game.
Nice. Okay. Let's do a little bit more predictions, guys. Who's going to score the first goal?
I think it'll be Wireless. I think Wireless will set the tone. I could see Captain Jamie getting a goal in that as well.
Captain Jamie, first goal? Okay.
He's definitely up for it. He's hungry for this as well. Yes, we know Jamie, he's very much up for this, so I think he'll want to get the first goal again.
I see a long ranger outside the box. I know that's what he likes to do. What about yourself?
I think SYT will score the first goal.
You think so?
I do. I think CJ Novo will get the first goal, but I can see Wireless coming back from it.
Okay, so CJ Novo to watch out and Jamie to watch out. If you were to bet on it, who would you put your money on?
So I'll join with Reese, the manager of the Wireless team. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to the day, mate. Looking forward to it.
Is the pre-match nerves kicked in yet?
It's no nerves. It's a charity game at the end of the day. We're playing a good side. We know what we're up against, and we'll give it our best shot, and hopefully make a good day.
There you go. Obviously, they're a bit more of an experienced side from Wireless. This is their sort of first game together. Where do you think Wireless will be able to hurt SYT today?
We've got quite a lot of talent up front. The boys are obviously, we've not had ideal preparation, we'll be first to admit that. But do you know what? We've got a good shape about us. We're getting a decent understanding together, and hopefully it can be a start or something.
Aye, definitely. So obviously, you've obviously got your lineups and that, everything sorted as well. So obviously, I take it with you about the fitness of these guys. I imagine subs will be quite a defining factor. Have you got anybody you think could potentially change a game for the bench?
Could be. We've not actually put too much thought into the bench at the minute. We need to assess a few injuries beforehand, and then we'll see where we go from there. We do know, obviously, who's on the bench and what options we've got, but it's just whether or not the options are viable and when they come into play.
Well, good luck for the game. I'm sure it'll be a good game, tight game, and stay tuned to see the highlights. So we're joined with CJ Novo 992, the captain of the SYT.
Yep.
How are you feeling about the game today?
I'm feeling excited, mate. The boys are ready, apart from a goalie situation, but we're sorting that.
That's it. You have had a lot of games recently. Surely that's good preparation for today.
It is, especially over the last couple of weeks, because myself, Sam, Brandon, a lot of players missed the last couple of games with injuries, so we've been able to get back, give other people minutes, so everyone's pretty much ready if they're called upon.
There you go. So obviously Wireless, a bit less experience compared to yourselves. You've been gone for a wee while. What do you make of them? Do you think is there anywhere you maybe could potentially hurt them today?
We're certainly trying to get in behind them, but they're good lads. We've met them, talked about them. Obviously got a danger man up front. He knows a thing or two about actually playing football, so that's going to be interesting for us.
Of course, obviously big Taddy up front for them with that as well.
Slightly different for me, just a little
just
bit.
a little bit. Gives them a
Different
different
careers.
option in that as well. So obviously in terms of itself, it's obviously for the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity as well. Fantastic cause.
Yeah.
How do you think today will benefit obviously for them, no doubt?
It's going to be great. That's why we go. As soon as the Wireless boys got in contact, we said that's exactly what we did the team for. We've got a lot of boys from all over Scotland. They come for these causes, so great cause, and that's going to be the real winner of the day. Obviously, both teams want to win, but we've got a decent turnout. We've got actually a really good turnout. Actually, boys are here for the right reasons, so it's going to be a good game.
And finally, could we trouble you for a wee bit of a score prediction? Do you confident?
Score prediction, I'll say 5-3 to us. There you are. I'll give it 8 goals. A bit of a thriller.
We like to see that, of course. So obviously, stay tuned, guys. Enjoy the rest of the free match show, and don't forget to check out and donate to the charity. Superb, mate.
Hello and welcome to the SYT versus Wireless charity football event. It is in aid of the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity, and it is for the Devine Scaffolding Cup. So, we're 5-6 minutes away from kick-off. How are you feeling, Alan? Do you think it's going to be a good game?
I think it's going to be a good game. Hello, everyone. Obviously, very excited to see how these teams go. Wireless, bit less experience in the SYT, but of course, they're very much up for it. Both teams will be wanting to get that Devine Scaffolding Cup home to their respective trophy rooms.
Yes, it's going to be a very exciting game. The conditions here aren't the best, but hopefully the boys can get the ball down, play a good game. What's your final score prediction? We saw the warm-ups. Has it differed from what you originally thought?
Not really, no. I think both teams have been had the sort of warm-up you kind of expect. I'm going to go for Wireless. I think Wireless will sneak it. I think it'll be 4-3 in that as well too then. I think it'll be a high-scoring game today.
Well, we heard just before the boys were warming up, the SYT had a late goalkeeper replacement.
There you go. We'll see how that goes as the teams are walking out now.
Yep.
Onto the pitch.
So, SYT in goals now have Callum, the Dragon Slayer, Grant.
Incredible. It'll be very interesting to see how they kind of go, of course, up against big Gregory Taddy, who has been joined the Wireless for this particular game.
Yes. So, the boys are walking out now with the mascots. Everyone wearing the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity t-shirts. Be sure to check them out. Go donate. The link will be in the bio of this video.
Absolutely.
It's a great cause. They do so much good work. And that's what we're here for today, to raise money for them.
And we're also here to see a very good game of football, hopefully, in that as well. So, both teams lining up on the centre circle now, as you can see.
Yes. All the boys are looking good.
Of course. Special mention, of course, to our two boys. We are the Flat Chat guys, Callum and Jacob over there, looking fetching in their Wireless kits.
Yes. Jacob playing in his natural position,
Exactly.
centre back.
Do not let him tell you otherwise. He is a centre back.
Yes.
Although I would not be surprised to see him marauding around the pitch later on in the game.
Yeah. All the boys are shaking hands now. It's looking like a pretty even physical match-up. Both teams looking similar in size, so
Definitely.
hopefully no one will be dominating in the corners from the SYT standpoint.
Of course, well, they are good from set pieces. They have scored plenty of goals from set pieces, so it'll be very interesting to see how they handle it, especially that man walking by us here, CJ Novo 992. One of their main threats has scored a good couple of goals in the last couple of games that the YouTube team have had, so it'll be very interesting to see how he goes up against this Wireless defence. Scottish YouTube team in possession. We're just waiting on the wireless boys getting in there. Last couple of words from the subs being made to the starting players on the pitch.
So the SYT lineup for today, we have Callum, the Dragon Slayer Grant in goals. We have Matthew Turner, Brandon Morrow, Daniel McGonigal, Sam Wardrobe, Ben Wardrobe, Stephen McCauley, Jamie Mackay, Sharp Dev, Craig Kirkland and CJ Novo 992.
There you go.
On the bench they have Craig Kirkland, not Craig Kirkland, Marley 13, Adam Ryan, Robbie Batchelor, Jay Morrow, Welchie and Padro FPS.
Doing a prime impression of Liam McLeod there, Heggie son. I like that to see. And starting up for wireless then.
I'm actually unsure of the lineup. Have you got it with you?
I was going to say, I'm not sure on that as well. So,
We'll get it up quickly.
of course. Very professionally organised here.
Yes. The starting lineup for them is Mcneil, Andrew Mcneil in goal, Jacob Murray, Stephen Nisbet, James McDuff, Rhys Mowat, Jamie Welsh, the captain. They also have Jasper, a late replacement, Callum Porter, Gregory Taddy, with McLean and Mackay as the last two in the team.
Both teams with late replacements coming in and that as well. Do you think that's affected the psyche of either side a little bit?
I think it'll affect the SYT more,
Yeah.
because it's the goalkeeper, it's a crucial position. But we'll need to wait and see. Callum is pretty good in goal.
Wireless, I believe, have won the toss and they will be kicking off. And they will be shooting from right to left as we stand it.
Left to right.
There you go. Good thing you're here.
You were just saying words there that you wanted to say.
Left to right, I was told by my colleague. Final checks from the referee. And we are underway for the Devine Scaffolding Cup. Wireless FC versus the Scottish YouTube team. Ball in
Good
behind
start.
early doors. Well marshalled ball by the...
Good start from the Wireless boys, getting down the line early, testing out Sam Wardrobe, one of the star players for the SYT.
Yep.
He is a coach by trade. Let's see if he can take his own advice and do well in this game.
How long have you been saving that line up there, Heggie?
I've not been saving anything, we're here, ready to go. Our boy Callum,
There is Callum Porter
chasing
on the
ball
line.
down. He's done well to keep it in.
Number 14 for the Wireless FC, acting like his hero, Thierry Henry.
Yes. Good ball up front to Kenny Mackay from the Flip the Mindset podcast. It's a great listen, go check it out.
There you go, early free kick on the doors.
So you were saying before the game as well, SYT are pretty good from set pieces, so if you are Wireless here, how would you set up and defend them?
Well, obviously I would be watching for their main target man, CJ Novo 992. I would be making sure he doesn't get any sort of service in that box, and just obviously just make sure you've got a nice strong defensive back line there and that as well, because as ball goes in now, it's well cleared.
Well cleared by James, and it goes out wide to Ben Wardrobe.
Oh, it's a little bit of a looping one, but it's going to be a corner, early doors.
A little bit of pressure for Wireless early doors, but they're dealing with it well.
They are. Good start to the game. They'll be quite happy with that. They'll be quite happy to get through the first couple of minutes, not particularly losing very much.
Sharp Div is the set piece man for the SYT.
Very well known YouTuber and content producer. Has produced content for Rangers with Europe in the past, so...
Ball in by
there,
Sam.
it's head towards the goal, it's off the bar! It's off the bar. I believe that was CJ Noble that hit the bar there that as well. That's a very early warning sign for Wireless.
Jacob Murray on the ball, gets it out wide to Rhys Mowat. He is one of Wireless's danger men, but it's given away. And it should be shuffled up there by Stephen Nisbet. Gregory Taddy on the ball, Great ball
in
over the
behind,
top.
but well defended.
Great start to the game.
Free kick there. Maybe take a little bit of the pressure off the SYT there from that move. Good ball up from Taddy, looking to again test that back line that the SYT have. Jamie looking for the ball in behind, in towards James, who's there, and Callum will take it. Good strong goalkeeping there from the Dragon Slayer.
It's interesting to see where Gregory Taddy is actually playing for Wireless. We thought he'd start up front. He was a goal scorer professionally, of course, for Cluj and Steaua Bucharest, but he's playing behind the strikers today. Maybe Wireless are just hoping to get his ball playing abilities on the ball more often.
Of course, could be good. Could be used for a good link up there as well. He's a strong man up there. That SYT defence will be looking to stop him from getting the ball at all costs. Before the game, they weren't very happy that he was in their team.
Yes. The ball is cleared by the SYT. It's a bit end-to-end right now.
Yep.
Both teams trying to get a foothold in the game.
Here's Callum looking to drive on there as well, looking for Taddy.
Great ball in for Ken
Good ball in
Mackay.
behind as well.
Can he find anyone in the box? He's doing well, holding the play up, waiting for play to catch up.
There's Jamie in there looking to get the ball in. It's in towards Gregory Taddy.
That was a lovely little flip with Callum there.
Very good.
And the ball goes in.
It's into Taddy, it gets under his feet, he shoots it! Oh, it's just wide from Reese.
I was so unlucky. Great move.
Of course, Reese described as one of the danger men. He has been described as being like Ryan Kent. You would hope that he's a bit more like Ryan Kent in the last, not in the last couple of seasons, but I've seen him too before that.
Right, you cam it.
Had to get my jobs in there somewhere. Cleared out wide there by Callum Grant.
Jacob gets his pocket picked with CJ Novo. He's unlucky.
Not really doing much anything right now. I agree with you here, Heggie. It's been a very end-to-end start to this game as well. So, will the stamina, will the cardio become a factor potentially? Because I don't believe it'll be at this pace for the entire game. Well, one back there by Wireless. Bit of pinball in there in the middle of midfield. Here comes Reese there to see that out for a throw-in. Jamie showing short for Reese there and that as well.
Great start from Wireless. A lot better than I personally expected. I thought they would grow into the game.
Definitely. Here comes Porter with the ball in behind. Look in there. Is there a header this time? But it's offside.
Offside.
Offside. Very, very encouraging for Wireless though. Good ball in behind there from Callum.
Yes.
Callum Grant wearing the orange of his beloved Dundee United today. In goal.
He's currently at the top of our football mastermind on TikTok. That flat chat, check it out.
That is a glorious plug from you there,
yes.
Heggie son. Well cleared there.
And that's a match ball lost. £30 down the drain.
Speaking of things being lost, if you want to not lose but help a good cause win, then please do check out the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity as well. All the donations will be going to there. The link will be in the bio underneath the video. Go check them out. Fantastic cause.
It's been an electric start. I don't know if it can keep up like this, but let's hope it does.
If it does, we're in for a good game of football.
Yeah, there is rolling subs today, so hopefully the pace keeps up throughout the game. The SYT are in the box right now. Ball across.
Bit too wide there. They're going to have to look to get that back in there.
Stephen McCauley, unfortunate there with his attempt to take it by Reese Mowat.
Again, a bit of pinball in the 18-yard box there of Wireless. Here comes Callum there. He's going to play that out wide. Gregory Taddy just gets under his feet, but it's back in towards the SYT, who clear it long and will launch it out for a throw-in. Peggy, it's a very good point you raised there as well, where about the pace of this game potentially running out for the entire game. It's been a very electric start. How will the cardio affect these two teams?
Well, we know that the Wireless boys have been training 2 to 3 times a week, so hopefully their cardio will be good.
Yeah,
we don't know as much about the SYT.
A very, very crunching challenge in there from Wireless's captain Jamie. But it was a clean one, he won the ball.
We're seeing really good link-up down at the left-hand side of Wireless with Jamie, Kenny Mackay and Callum Porter. They are working well as a unit, and it's shown here. Oh, unfortunate. Sharp Div with the ball.
In towards CJ Novo, the defenders are tracking them back. He's forced them a little bit wide, but it's gone straight back to the keeper. Good play.
Great skill from the keeper, by the way.
There you go. Very, very good from the keeper there as well. Oh, bit of a questionable challenge. A free kick to Wireless.
Sam Wardrope showing what to do with a professional striker.
There you go. I was going to say, that'll be a very interesting matchup, Taddy up against Wardrope.
Yep. In my opinion, SYT's best player, Sam Wardrope. I know you differ in opinion, you prefer CJ Novo, but you know, I love a good hard old school tackle.
To be fair, I was going to say he is second on my list in terms of players to watch out for. Heggie, very, very good in the air, as you said, very strong centre back. I just believe CJ Novo is the man for the goals today for SYT. They will look to get the service up to him as much as possible.
The wind definitely playing a factor there, but it's helped out Wireless boys. Gregory Taddy's getting a lot of the ball in this game.
He's also getting a lot of attention from the SYT players, who gets hacked down there. I think Gregory doing a little bit of a smile there. He thinks he knows what to expect in the next coming 90 minutes or so.
The best way to shut the people up though is to put out the ball in the back of the net.
And to win the game, of course.
Yes.
Reese signalling that the ball's going to be going into the box on this one, looks like. Ball is whipped down, it's in towards Callum Porter on that left hand side. It's headed on by Kenny Mackay, but harmlessly out of play for the goal kick. 0-0 the current score at the moment.
We're around 8-9 minutes in. We're not 100% sure, but it's been a good start. It's felt like 2 minutes.
Exactly, the game has gone by in a flash.
The SYT are opting to play out from the back, either by punting it to the left or right wing backs or playing it short. They don't like to punt it up front, which is a good sight to see because we don't want to see that kind of football here.
Of course.
Especially on the Renfrew Juniors pitch.
Oh, the absolute carpet. Thank you, of course, to Renfrew for hosting this game today.
I wonder when we'll see our first subs of the game.
There's been a few motions to the bench I've noticed over on that left hand side from the Wireless guys, so I expect it won't be too far long. It just gets under his feet, it's out for a throw to the SYT here on our side.
That was unlucky from McMillan.
I think it just got caught behind him. I think the pass was just too far behind him to get really cope with it too much. Oh, good skill. Sam Wardrope once again
showcasing his abilities. They have opted to punt it long this time, but it's dealt with easily with Nisbet.
Just gets caught behind Callum there. It'll be a throw in over on the far side to the SYT.
Slight play from the SYT there. The Wireless boys will be happy with this start, I think.
I think so too. Obviously, I think they'll have wanted to stop any early goals going in, of course. CJ Novo being the main threat up front. And obviously try and get themselves built into the game, but they've started very, very well.
A great turnout here as well today. Thank you to everyone that popped along to watch the game live. If you didn't pop along though, check out the donation link in the bio. Every little helps, even £1 or £2 if that's all you can afford. Send it.
Of course, free kick being awarded here. A few words being exchanged from the Wireless bench to the linesman here. Recurrent factor throughout the game, perhaps?
Perhaps. The Wireless boys are opting to play down this left-hand side more. Maybe they sense a weakness in the SYT, especially with Sam Wardrope at the left centre-back position.
Of course. Well, they have been playing very well down that side, as you said. They've obviously got Mackay, they've got Callum Porter down there who's doing very well. Jamie opting to maybe use the left-hand side a lot more as the captain. Throw in taking long, but it's not to anyone in particular. SYT will pick it up back about 30 yards from their own goal. It's well one back there by Callum Porter, who's going to poke it through, but it's harmlessly out of play for a goal kick. First sight of goal for our flat chat member in arms.
It's a corner kick.
Oh, it's a corner. Well,
Cal must have got one of his big toes to it.
Must have that as well. Callum will be out to take the corner. Surely you're looking for Big Taddy in there in the box.
He'll be looking for Jacob at the back post.
Oh, it's not dealt with particularly convincingly by the SYT. One back by Taddy, but it's going to be cleared now. And it's straight away there. They've gone quick on the counter-attack, but the goalkeeper is going to deal with that very well, it must be said.
Unbelievable feat from Andrew Mcneil there. That's what you want to see.
Crunching challenge from Jamie.
I don't know how that wasn't a foul, but you take it if you're a Wireless fan. They're getting joy with the punt up the pitch and letting it stick. Wireless.
Of course, if you're watching the video, leave it in the comments who you want to win, you should say. It's played in towards CJ Noble, but it's shepherded out there by Jacob Murray, who's done very well. Don't let his rants on the flat chat about being a centre mid or an attacker fool you. He is a very capable defender.
More capable there than other positions, in my opinion.
Absolutely. He might tell you otherwise, but... Yeah, well won back by Wireless again. They're winning a lot of these 50-50s in the middle of the park. They'll be quite pleased with that. Well won back by Sam Mordred though. SYT attempted to play out from the back.
Rhys Cochrane, the manager of the Wireless, was not happy there. I think he wanted a bit more commitment from his boys in the tackles.
And you can't fault the commitment there from Callum. He wanted commitment, he's got commitment. A few subs warming up here for Wireless. I believe that's Dicko and Cal looking over at us, as they can see. "13 minutes played. Still 0-0, no goals, but a very end-to-end game, Heggie.
Very exciting.
Ball played out wide towards Callum, no one there though. Trying to play that ball in behind us. One back by Reese though, and there's a counter-attack. There's a coming together in the middle of the park from Wireless, but they've still got it.
Can Callum McLean pick someone out? He's trying to find Kenny Mackay. He's been sent really wide though, and it's out for a throw-in.
Unfortunately. Good winning back again by Wireless in the middle of the park. They're winning a lot of these 50-50s. Be very, very happy with that. Good pressing there from Callum. But good play from the SYT to win it back, and a good 1-2 there. SYT are on the ball, they're going again.
Ben Wardrobe there, showing great strength and
It's into
skill.
CJ Noble, he's in here! It's a great save! Oh, it's another save!
What a double save from Andrew McNeil. Unbelievable.
Early man of the match contender perhaps. What a save. It should have been 1-0 to the SYT there, but a fantastic save from the goalkeeper.
The first save was good, but the second save was even better.
He practically had to dig it out of the back of the net, that as well. Corner though to SYT there on that side. Again, the set piece threat.
Can't quite see who's putting the ball in. I think it's Sharp Div.
Sharp Div will be sending it in. It's off an SYT head, but it's gone back.
Yeah, CJ Noble there with a 50 pence head. Sent it back the way it came from.
Not one of his better moments. Again, take us back to that double save. That's incredible there from Andrew McNeil. First save was brilliant, as you said. The second one, though, unbelievable. Set piece taken by the SYT there.
Foul shy though. Can't be doing that.
Oh, I was wondering when the first foul shy was going to happen. But there you go. If anyone had that on, good on you.
I think the Scottish YouTube team have been watching videos of Hector Bellerin too much.
Ball in behind here by Wireless, but it's over hit and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Words of encouragement from the Wireless bench.
If you're unsure as well with the Wireless boys who the player is with no number in his kit, it is Jasper. There was a late pull out and he has replaced that member. So if you at home want to know who it is Jasper.
He has been lovingly given the number 7 for this one. Gregory Taddy here. Oh, that's a bit of a late challenge here, and it was high.
The cheese might be out for that one.
Early injury concerns perhaps for Gregory Taddy there. Physio on the park, just going to look to see if he can continue. Was a very, very high challenge, Heggie.
Gregory Taddy is going to be a very sore man tomorrow. He's been getting the brunt of the abuse from the Scottish YouTube team. They clearly know he's a danger man.
They clearly weren't happy at him getting there, and this is their way to get revenge out on the pitch. Free kick to be taken though by Mowat for Wireless. I've no doubt this is going to get sent straight into the box, although it's a bit far out to be thinking about the shot. He has gone for the shot, but
not great.
Fair play to him for trying it. Did almost catch Callum Grant out on that side. His feet weren't the strongest.
I disagree. He had it covered.
You think so?
Nah, it was far too overhit.
Yeah.
The Wireless manager and assistant there were not too happy with the referee not giving a yellow card to the SYT for that challenge on Gregory Taddy.
You can tell that's how seriously they're taking this, of course, if there weren't yellow cards in charity matches.
Yes.
Gregory Taddy in the wars again. He's not shirking from the challenge, to be fair.
The assistant for Wireless today is Ian Guthrie. He is the founder of IG Collections. Go check them out as well. They are a proud sponsor of the Scottish football podcast on the Wireless channel. Good hold-up play there by the SYT.
Wardrobe looking for the ball and running behind as well. It's going to come back, but it's well won back by Wireless.
Wireless on the counter now with Cal McLean. He's played it out to Rhys Mowat. Will he get a ball in the box?
Oh!
Shepherded out well with Sam Wardrobe there. That was a dangerous attack, but the experience of the SYT proved dividends there, shepherding the ball out well. Another corner though. There's been a lot of corners. I hope at home you had the over 8.5 corner bet on.
There's no bet for this game. Ball whipped in there by Mowat. It's a bit deep, but it's going to be cleared well by the SYT. It's fallen to CJ Novo about 30 yards from his own goal. He's going to take it on a little bit of a drive here. And it's going to be a free kick.
A foul there by James McDuff. Playing in one of his first games today, I believe. He's doing well out there.
Yes.
Him and Ben from Wireless on the bench are part of a duo. JSM and Benjamin. Go listen to their music, it is good. Had to level up, they've just released. If you're a fan of rap music, you will be a big fan of them.
This is a superb piece of plug-in there from you, Heggie. I can respect this.
You have to do your research on my boy.
That is very true. That is very true. But have Wireless done their homework on what SYT will do from this set piece?
Jake will be very happy. He's been given CJ Novo to mark. He is
Rangers
about a foot
men.
taller.
There you go, Rangers men by trade, of course. Again, I think that battle's going to be one that you will see throughout the game. Jacob, of course, will want to definitely get the better of CJ Novo, who's been outed a little bit as their main threat, of course. Scored a bunch of goals in the last couple of charity matches. Does like to look for penalties as well, so I expect maybe they'll have to watch a little bit.
Are you calling him a diver? Are you calling him a Kyogo regen?
I am not calling him a Kyogo regen, I'm not calling him a diver. I'm just saying he's a good striker play and he looks for the set piece off the referee. That's a terrible challenge. There might be a... Ooh.
What about the afters as well there?
Ooh. Jamie likes a tough challenge, but he was on the receiving end of one just there.
Ben Wardrobe in the book, the first man booked in this game. It's a long game for him, 20 minutes in he's booked.
He will be thankful there are Rowan subs.
Yes. This is a charity game, but don't let it be twisted.
Couple of words being exchanged over here from the linesman.
What was he saying?
The referee needs to get a grip of this game, apparently. To be fair, we've not spoken much about the ref, so that's usually a good sign.
Yes.
Ball going to be launched straight in towards the mixer here by Wireless. It's going to be won back by Sam Wardrop again in the heart of that defence. Fair bit of clash of heads. It's falling quite full to Porter.
Callum Porter could have done better there. Kenny Mackay tries to control it out wide, but it's cleared out front. Wireless throw in.
There can never be any accusations of flat chat bias here whenever Heggie's on the call.
Guaranteed foul throw in coming from Callum Porter here.
Here we go. Watch the throw-in technique.
Oh, he's done well.
He has done well, and he's managed to get it into the box. It's there towards CJ Novo, though. It's going to be well won back by Wireless. A good 50-50 battle, but CJ Novo's got the pace on him down that side.
CJ Novo just far too quick for Stephen Nisbet there, but he's done well to shepherd him out.
Good defending there from Wireless. It's windy here, folks, as you maybe see on the camera feed as well.
There'll be a few hairlines lost today in this wind.
Some folk don't have hairlines to begin with. Looking at no names. Callum Porter.
That's a violation.
Ref has blown the whistle. It's going to be brought back.
I think the ref likes the sound of his own whistle.
He does.
He's blowing for absolute nothing here.
Maybe would explain the call from the linesman just a couple of minutes ago.
We can see the Wireless boys in front of us. A few comedians in the bench.
Ball being sent in by the SYT. It's in there towards the set piece, and it's another save by Andrew Mackay. And it's gone out.
Andrew McNeil. Come on, know your players.
Oh, come on, you.
He has been the man of the match so far. Unbelievable display from Andrew McNeil.
100%, definitely. Dicko over here, giving us a wave on commentary.
Fun fact about Andrew McNeil, he did feature in the Wireless Christmas charity video, and he saved 5 out of 6 penalties from Connor, the media man.
Who had to make a lot of donations to charity after that one. And if you want to make a donation to charity, please do check out the donation link for the GCHC. We will be having that underneath the video. Still 0-0 in this game though, no real goals. And that is going to be going out for a throw. Sam Wardrop, the man on the set piece for the SYT. We've picked him out a few times that as well. What do you like about him, Heggie? What have you enjoyed about his game so far?
I think his game IQ is really strong. You can tell he's played a lot of football in the past. He's really strong as well and quick. I think the Wireless boys will be doing well to get by him today.
Ball played in towards Kenny Mackay, well intercepted there by the SYT.
Well cleared by Jacob Murray. That one's come down with snow on it. It was hit that high.
A few questions of handball there by the Wireless boys, nothing given by the ref though. Of course, Jacob, well known for playing for Thornleybank Thistle, does do a lot of this in his weekends at centre back. Well played by Jamie Dolt. There's a good little bit of link up here going on between Callum Porter and Jamie there. Good understanding between captain and teammate.
They've gained a good few yards there.
They have. If this was a territory game, then they'd be doing well there.
Jamie's got the ball down. Good little dribble there into the midfield, switching the play. Can the keeper find someone out with his ball playing ability that we know he has?
He absolutely can. It's going down this side here, played towards Reese there, but well intercepted again. Sam Wardrop. Those Wireless boys will be hating the fact that he's there every single time at the current moment.
And he's bombing up the field as well. Looking to get a shot off
good
here.
Shot. Oh, it's a penalty! A penalty to SYT there.
Jacob Murray giving away a penalty. It was a great move by Sam Wardrop. I think the momentum just carried him into Jacob. Jacob is not happy whatsoever. CJ Novo is going to get the chance here to put the SYT 1-0 up. Andrew Mcneil with some stalling tactics, so you do love to see that.
You do love I do love a good goalkeeper mind games there. As a member of the Goalkeepers Union, I can appreciate this.
CJ Novo, step up.
Up against Andrew McNeil.
It's
saved! It's a follow-up. It's saved again!
Unbelievable! What a performance we are seeing so far from Andrew McNeil. Let's hope there's some scouts here, because if there is, he will be getting picked up. This is a 10 out of 10 performance if you've ever seen one.
Angus Gunn, I would be watching out, son. Your place at the Euros potentially is under threat at this rate.
And Wireless are on the counter.
Oh,
They're through to the box.
The shot! It's a save by Callum.
What a save.
Goalkeepers at both ends hauled into action. They are superb save from Callum Grant.
That would have been electric there from Wireless if they would have saved a penalty, ran up the other end and scored.
Cal Potter out to take the corner. If you're the Wireless manager, you have to be encouraged by that. You've got a chance to get something out of this game now, definitely.
That's a lifeline.
Very big lifeline.
Great ball in. Well dealt though with by Callum Grant. Looks like he's trying to slow the game down a bit now though.
Yeah, I think the pace of the game has maybe taken it out a little bit, but here comes Sam Wardrop ready to speed this back up, going down that side. They'll probably sell blood down that side here. Sam Wardrop still got the ball. Still got the ball. Ball played in across, and it's just under the feet.
That was some brotherly love there, Sam to Ben, but he couldn't control it.
If this was FIFA, they would definitely be playing on one chemistry right now after that ball. Sorry to say, Sam and Beck.
I can't believe the FIFA commentary is coming out here. That is poor from you, Alan.
How is that poor from you? Coming from you, the FIFA player. This man never spends his time off FIFA. Thought you would have appreciated that joke more than anyone.
The Wireless bench are in absolute disbelief at this goalkeeping performance from Andrew McNeil.
As are we at the commentary position. I know we talk a lot about the strength of Gregory Taddy up there as well, but Kenny Mackay, he's very strong in that as well. He looks as if he'll be a good option potentially for hold-up play. Some strong men up front for Wireless. Reese to take this free kick about on the halfway line to send this into the box, no doubt. It's played in wide towards Kenny Mackay, who chests it down in towards Taddy, but it's well cleared by the SYT. Out of play for an SYT throw there. A couple of crowd getting a bit closer to the action than they maybe would have wanted.
Sharp Div does get fouled there by Jamie. We've not seen as much of Sharp Div in this game.
No,
I know
he's been very quiet.
Yeah, he's the set piece man, but he's not getting on the ball as much as maybe the SYT would have liked.
If you're looking early towards half time, you'd be thinking to try and get him on the ball a little bit more.
We're approaching the half-hour mark of the game. Been very exciting.
It has been.
Who would be your standout players so far, Aaron?
It's got to be Andrew McNeil. That penalty save and some of the saves he's done in the meantime for Wireless has kept this at 0-0, 100%. So there's only really one winner for me.
Well, they will be under more pressure again here. It is a corner. The corners have been a bit poor today. Let's hope for some more better deliveries in the box.
Maybe a sign of how quiet Sharp Div has been. His delivery hasn't quite been the best, but let's see what you can do from the corner here. There's a little bit of pinball in the box. It's in low from Sharp Div. It's over the bar though from the SYT.
It was Craig Kirkland there with the shot. Unfortunate to not get it on target. He got under it a little bit.
It was a very, very hard ball to take. He did well to get some kind of connection on it, but again, was never really going to be troubling McNeil in goal.
It has to be right in the corner at 20 mile an hour to get past McNeil.
At this rate, it's going to have to be. Gregory Taddy doing well to control that in towards Kenny Mackay. Played in towards Callum Potter. It's just behind him. The touch takes it away from him. It's back with SYT here. There's Ben Wardrop looking in towards the midfield here.
Sharp Div on the ball. Nice little skill, but it can't get past Reese Mowat.
And here comes Wireless again. The ball has been played in and behind. They're calling for offside and it's been given.
It was unfortunately way offside there. There's shouts of hold your line from the Wireless bench.
think Callum is in awe of the goalkeeping save, the goalkeeping performance of Andrew McNeil at the moment, as are we here at the commentary table. Reece doing well to press into the wireless, into the SYT defence there. They've managed to force a mistake there in the long ball, but it's back with the SYT. It's played in, balls across, and well left by the goalkeeper, goal kick. So Heggie, if you are wireless coming in towards half time, what would you be saying to these boys?
I was saying try and get the ball down a bit more and play. We've seen a lot of joy down the left of wireless, maybe not so much down the right, but keep doing what you're doing.
Essentially, they were very, very pleased with this performance going in. 31 minutes played, still 0-0. It's in towards the edge of the box. It's well committed there by Reece, and it's now going to get launched in long.
Well dealt with by Sam.
Oh, well pressed in again. A few shouts from the SYT players, but nothing doing in that challenge according to the
Cal
referee.
McLean with the ball out wide, gets it to
Taddy.
Taddy.
It's into
Kenny
McMillan. It's
McKay.
on touch. It's a save by Callum Grant.
This is a game of two keepers. Unbelievable.
One wonders if this goes to penalties. Like,
We'll be here till midnight.
which is plenty of time for you to get your donations into the GCHC, link down below.
Let's hope for a good delivery in here from Callum Porter. We'd love to see a flat chat duo of Callum to Jacob.
I would be, not gonna lie, obviously we are commentators, we are impartial, but we will be screaming in this booth if that happens. Reece perhaps struggling a little bit with an injury there. The physio's on the park, potentially struggling. Jamie trying to offer some words of encouragement.
He needs to come off.
And it is going to be an early sub. That could be very disappointing for the Wireless boys, especially if Reece is injured. He's been very good, very instrumental into all the good work that Wireless have done in the opening half an hour of this game.
Glasgow, it looks like, will be coming on for the Wireless boys. I believe Andrew McLean will go out wide because Callum Glasgow was actually a striker for Alloa and Pollock when he was younger.
A team close to your heart, Pollock, Heggie.
Yes, very good junior team. Callum Porter with the ball in, good delivery.
It's out towards Taddy. Oh, coming together in the box, but it's over the bar. Actually, it is out of play. Near enough on the far side. Hits the corner flag. Again, the game has maybe fizzled out a little bit, of course, with that injury. Oh, pressed well there by Wiles. A mistake from the goalkeeper, but still there to Kenny McKay.
He's done well to control it. Can he get a ball into the box?
He tried, but again, well marshalled. Wireless will be hoping for a few more of them from Callum Grant.
It looks like the SYT are focusing on the right hand side of Wireless now with the recent substitution. Let's see if it works out for them.
I was going to say, if you're Wireless, you'd have to be concerned obviously with Reece as well. Losing that down there, it could end up being free rein for Sam Wardrop down there. Ball into the box, it's in towards CJ Novo, it's in towards the wide post, in towards the back post there, but well dealt once again with by McNeil, who elects to go long in towards Taddy. It's going to be in towards Taddy and Callum Glasgow, who are both around that position. Ben Wardrop loses the ball.
Jasper on the ball. Oh, dealt well with.
Again.
Great tackle there by Brandon Morrow, who plays the ball in. Unfortunately over hit.
Once again, straight back to McNeil on that one.
The game's opening up a bit again. That's what we want to see.
It's starting to turn to a little bit of a midfield battle between these two midfields.
Great 1-2 from Callum and Jasper, who finds Taddy.
There's Taddy, potentially looking for it out wide. It's in towards Callum Porter, it's out on goal, but Callum Grant will be out there to make sure that nothing doing for that one.
That was a great move from Callum Porter there. Took a bit of a dodgy touch. He seems to be limping as well.
Oh.
Hopefully the Wireless boys don't lose their other wing back to the system. CJ Novo, well worked.
Oh, a very quick.
Oh, what a 1-2, and he's through on goal.
But
Well
again,
dealt with from Stephen Nisbet. It's out for another corner for the Scottish YouTube team.
You cannot fault the commitment of Jamie there in the middle of that park. Now, even though the challenges have been somewhat questionable in the last little bit, he'll need to watch himself that he doesn't end up in the book. Again, Callum Porter down, injured again. The other wing back gone perhaps from Wireless. Not looking good on that front for our fellow Flat Chat member. But to be fair to the lad, he's put in some incredible amount of shift. He's done well down that left hand side. Good link up with Jamie and with, of course, Kenny Mackay. .36 minutes gone, coming on to 37 minutes. Still Wireless 0, SYT 0.
The Wireless boys might have to think of a rejig in formation if they've lost both their wing backs in the space of 5 minutes.
A few concerned looks over at the Wireless bench.
Yeah, it has to come off. The fingers are up.
Very, very disappointing for Wireless there to be losing, again, as you said, both wing backs in that system.
It looks like Stuart McPherson might be coming on for Callum. He is indeed. Stuart is a comedian. He's part of the What's the Script and Some Laugh podcast. Go check it out. He was also in Scott Squad.
BBC Scotland, of course, absolutely. Yes. Starring along the likes of Grado, who sadly isn't here today.
Great performance from Callum though.
You have to say 100%.
Another poor ball in from the SYT, but it nearly bobbled in. It was a great clearance away. I think it was maybe Stephen Nisbet who cleared it. I'm not 100% sure.
A few words being exchanged over on the centre circle between Callum Glasgow and one of the SYT players. Stephen McCauley, I believe that is. Oh, it's a header! It's another great save!
Andrew McNeil has proven his worth for Wireless here. They must have paid an absolute fortune to get him in goals.
The SYT boys have got their heads in their hands, and to be honest, I do not blame them.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a long time.
Point blank save. The ball to be taken by Sharp here.
There's a free man at the edge if he wants to find him, but he elects to put it in, and it's well dealt with by Jacob. Comes to Sam
Wardrop again, who shoots it, and it's just wide of the left-hand post. First real sight of goal for Sam Wardrop. Wireless driving forward here, centre circle. Looking to play it in, and it's a good ball through as well. Reese is there on the far side, and they can find him. The ball's going to go in the box here.
Reese is off, bro. It's Callum McLean.
Oh, Callum McLean, I do apologise. See, this is why you're here, my friend. My commentating partner, keep me going here. Again, still getting a lot of joy in the wide areas here, Wireless.
That is the main benefit to the 5-3-2 system, and it's another foul throw.
For the viewers at home, count however many foul throws there are in this game.
Win a prize.
Win a prize. I'm sure something can get arranged on that. Played in through by the SYT again, nothing doing. Wireless win it back just outside their own area. Here's Callum Glasgow.
Great ball to Jamie at the edge, who takes it by Sharp Div, but Ben Wardrobe does deal with him, and it's back to Ben Wardrobe. That was a great little flick there from Kirkland.
A couple of signs here that the SYT do have a little bit of skills in the locker here. If they can just unlock that Wireless defence, they may be able to get some joy out of it. But they'll have to do well to beat that man. Andrew McPhee.
McNeil. They've just been hit by the ball.
I actually managed to get a touch of the ball in this game, so if you were ever counting how many touches the commentators were getting, we're currently on one. Ref blows for the whistle here.
Jamie loves a high tackle, doesn't he?
He does. I'm very surprised he's not found himself in the book.
Great worker though in the middle of the park.
Absolutely.
He's done a dog's work in there.
One of the main men of Wireless, of course. He'll be desperate desperate to be lifting this Devine Scaffolding Cup at the end of these 90 minutes.
It's very windy.
There's
We're getting blown away.
There's still a bit of a breeze here going as well, and that's going to float harmlessly out for a goal kick.
It's more like a tornado than a breeze.
It's a very classic, quintessential Scottish summer's day, Heggie, mate.
It'll be interesting to see how the two managers elect to use their bench in the second half. I know that the Wireless boys have had to use it in the first half, but it's not been off their own back. They've had to do it.
A couple of enforced changes in that as well. Never good in a game like this. Ben Wardrop again, running into trouble in the middle of that park, but here come Wireless again.
Great flick from Callum Glasgow there, setting up the attack.
Here's McLean. Jacob Murray on the ball. Looking to take it a little bit of a drive here. Up against Sam Wardrop. What a battle that is. Jacob Murray against Sam Wardrop, and McLean gets the better of Sam. Near doesn't quite get the better of Sam there as well. Very well defended. For as much as you could argue McNeil's kept this at 0-0 for Wireless, you could argue that Sam Wardrop has kept this at 0-0 for the SYT.
Cam Grant elects to hoof it this time.
Changing tacks from the SYT perhaps.
Ben Wardrobe wins the first one, CJ Novo the second. And they're down the wing with Ben. Oh, great tackle
challenge by Jamie. Here's Gregory Taddy looking to take a little bit of a run here as well. Again, the victim of a strong challenge there from CJ Novo.
Jacob Murray on the ball, driving again.
Jacob looks to play it in, it's into Kenny Mackay, and it's blasted only as far as our commentary desk.
Vanilla just get taken out. That camera might not be straight now.
2 more minutes, come on, push on, push on.
We will be billing the SYT for any damage to this desk.
Kenny Mackay. Oh,
Kenny Mackay, oh my god! If that goes in, you're never hearing the end of that, but it's cleared eventually by the SYT. Check, 1, 2.
Check, 1, 2.
We can confirm no damage to the desk after that thunderbolt that we've just received.
Vanilla get taken out.
We were about to be one of those adverts. Have you been involved in an accident at work that wasn't your fault? Got a chuckle out the lights with that one. Again, potential look for a foul here from Wireless, nothing doing.
The referees gave a goal kick there from the halfway line. He's not exactly keeping up with play, is he?
Very, very strange decision. Again, Wireless looking to play it short now. But again, the 1-2 just doesn't come off with Taddy. It's a throw in on the far side to the SYT to be taken by Ross McClelland.
We'll be approaching half time here. It's around 44 minutes on the clock.
We don't expect there to be much in the way of injury time, despite the injuries being felt to a couple of the Wireless boys.
Maybe for the penalty though.
And that is half time. Half time here at Renfrew Juniors. It is SYT 0, Wireless 0. A couple of chances for both sides, but the crucial one, a penalty save by Andrew McNeil. Very, very even game, Heggie. What are you thinking of it so far?
Been a very good game. Goalkeepers for both teams doing the job.
Definitely men in the match.
We will see you for the second half very shortly.
Check 1, 2, and I'm here again, your host AF. So yeah, guys, the match has been very, very, very entertaining. I can't wait to hear from the fans, from the coaches, the players, and the pundits especially, as they've been watching everything and they've been commentating, as you can hear. Right now is the halftime show. and we're gonna be talking to our pundits to ask them a few questions so they can give us their thoughts about what they think and about how the match has been. In my opinion, it's been very entertaining. I've enjoyed it, and it's fun. It's all for charity at the end of the day, so make sure that you go and donate for the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. And we're back again for the halftime show. I'm here with the pundits, James, Heggy, sorry.
And Alan.
Alan, cool. I'm here again with the pundits, Heggy and Alan. And I want to hear their thoughts about how the first half has been.
It's been very good. A tale of two goalkeepers, in my opinion. Callum Grant and Andrew McNeil. Great penalty save. It'll be an interesting second half based on the first half. A few injuries for Wireless might hamper them. Hopefully not. But what do you think?
I completely agree with the whole tale of two goalkeepers. That penalty save from Andrew McNeil to keep this at 0-0. But I do also want to give a mention to Sam Wardrop, who's potentially kept this at 0-0 for the SYT. He's been superb in the heart of that defence. But again, it'll be very interesting to see how Wireless set up in the second half. Lost both their wing backs, perhaps a change of formation coming.
You think the Wireless are just unfair, or what's going on in here? What's the injuries? Because the SYT have been playing perfectly fine, no subs, no nothing.
Yeah. It's their first game, so maybe a lack of preparation. They've maybe not warmed up properly. Who knows?
Anything could have happened as well. But of course, to give them credit, they've gone down with two injuries and they've kept themselves in the game, and that's really all you can ask for them at this point.
And as you mentioned, Andrew McNeil, so far probably the man of the match. Amazing save. What would you rate that save out of 10?
Definitely a 10 out of 10.
No, there's no question that's a 10 out of 10. 100% that's a 10 out of 10. A penalty save at any point is fantastic. A penalty save to keep your team in the game at 0-0.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
If there's any scouts here, he'll be getting scouted for.
Definitely.
Listen,
Football
Angus Gunn, I know you're going to the Euros potentially with Scotland, but I'd be watching out for your job, son, because at this rate, Andrew's taking a punt at this.
I know. And then at the end, I've been hearing from the grapevines that they don't have a goalkeeper, so their keeper that's in is actually a player.
Yeah, it is Callum Grant. He got drafted in last minute, we were hearing as well. He has played in goals before for the SYT, but he is definitely more suited outfielder here.
100%. Obviously, it'll be very, very interesting. He's played well to be drafted in, to be fair, of course. He's had a couple of saves to make himself, obviously just coming off the penalty. Obviously, Wireless down the attack. Did get a good save out of it as well, so he's doing his part. He's keeping SYT in the game, and it'll be very interesting to see how he does in the second half.
So, boys, it's still 0-0. We have a lot of players in the bench. Who are you looking to see to come out of the bench and make a change?
I'd like to see Ben for Wireless come off the bench. Great player, one of the best touches I've ever seen. SYT, I'm not so sure. I think their best players are all on the pitch.
Yeah, a lot of their good players are on the pitch. But if I had to pick someone from the bench to maybe come on and potentially make a difference, I would like to see Marley 13 maybe come on for the SYT. We've not seen a lot of him, but he is quite handy from all the things that we have seen in the research that we've done for this game. So yeah, I'd like to see him come on. And as for Wireless, absolutely get Ben on. I think let him have a shot. As you said, his touch is superb. So maybe that's what Wireless need in the middle of midfield now if they've had to change system. Perhaps a bit of physicality in there.
I know, and yeah, have you been seeing it? A lot of physicality. The captain, the Wireless captain, Jamie, he's been going at it with the tackles, going against the number 6, I believe. What's his name?
Ben Wardrop.
Yeah, so yeah, he's been going against him. What do you think? Who's getting the best out of that battle?
I definitely think it is Jamie at the moment. I think he's causing a little bit of a nuisance for himself with the up against Ben. But I'll have to say, I hate to do this to my fellow Flat Chat member, but if there's one person that's been involved in a physical battle, it is our very own Jacob Murray.
He gave away the penalty.
Was
very, very true.
Very, very lucky not to receive a booking in a charity game as well. We just want to let him know about that.
That would have been a first.
He nearly got kicked out of the Flat Chat for giving away the penalty that lost Wireless the game.
There was going to be serious words I had after the game after that, 100%.
And the weather has improved a little bit. It looks like it's going to rain again, but looking for sunshine for the second half again, guys. Do you think the weather's going to make a change?
It might. The wind might a little bit, but
yeah.
At least it stopped raining.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say it might lead to some more speculative efforts from some players outside the box as the game goes on, especially if it stays as it is, still 0-0. They'll be wanting to have their name up in lights and get the winner.
Very true, guys. And last question. I know you predicted 5-0s, 4-0s, and stuff like that. So now watching the first half, what are you thinking?
What I'm thinking is we're not going to get a job on Sky Sports Super 6. That is what I'm thinking. But no, I'm still expecting to see a couple of goals. I think it'll end up, in the end, again, watch this be wrong now, again, not Sky Sports, 2-0 to Wireless.
I think it'll be 2-1. I think second half it'll open up a bit more. There'll be a lot more goals. I'm hoping anyway.
There you go. But it was still fun to watch from a commentary perspective.
Definitely.
100%.
Amazing. It was been amazing. But thank you very much, guys. That was the halftime show with AF, Heggy, and Aaron. Sorry, my bad, guys, my bad. But yeah, hope you're enjoying the show so far. Don't forget to donate to the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity, and we're having a good time, guys. See you soon. Oh, perfect timing. Yes. I'm here again, AF, and I'm here with the big boy, Craig, honest. Now, what's your number?
Number 5.
Number 5. So you're the defender here.
I'll try to be.
Okay, so what are you thinking of the first half then?
We're a bit sloppy. I do think that. Look, there was a penalty. I don't think it should have been a penalty. You know, a lot of the boys said that. But look, when you've got Andrew McNeil in goals, anything can happen. And him saving a penalty is just standard, absolute standard. But the boys will come out second half. They're now playing into the wind. They're playing away from the wind actually. So it's going to be interesting.
Very true.
Probably got them set up in there.
I know I've noticed a few of the players have came off with injuries. Is that due to preparation? What's going on here?
I think, like, Reece Mowat came off. Somebody stood on his toes black and blue now. So, unsure about him. Callum, for flat chat, pulled up with both calves, which is very unexpected. But, look, we've got a good squad of 18. A lot of boys on the bench want to get on. You know, seen Callum come on, seen Shootout McPherson come on as well. He's luscious gold hair, beautiful.
His hair's beautiful, I know.
Such a lovely man. But listen, in the second half, we're definitely going to take it 100%.
What are you thinking? How many goals are you thinking in the second half? Because there was none in the first half.
No, there wasn't. I think it will finish 2-1 Wireless. 2-1 Wireless.
Okay.
But I couldn't care how it finishes, as long as we're lifting this trophy at the end.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Very, very true, guys. So continue to donate to the Glasgow's Children's Hospital charity.
Down below.
And that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of that second half match.
We are back.
And as you can almost hear by one of the subs, shouts from one of the subs, the weather is diabolical.
During the half-time show, it was fine.
Exactly, like, why has it always got to rain on the parade?
It is thunder and lightning now. It is absolutely heaving it down. Hopefully it doesn't have an effect in the game, but you never know.
Well, hopefully a thunderous strike from one of these teams can seal the cup, the Devine Scaffolding Cup, of course. SYT versus Wireless. We hope you're enjoying it at home. A thumbs up from James over there, as you can see.
No subs, it looks like, from the Wireless boys. SYT, I don't think there's any subs either. I think we're just starting how we left.
Yep. Heggy, do you expect any changes in tact in the second half from either side?
Well, it looks like the Wireless boys are still setting up as a 3 at the back, so probably not. We thought it was going to be a bit of a change for them, maybe, with the loss of Callum Porter and Reece Mowat.
Two big losses, of course, but can Wireless overcome those odds and get the job done against the SYT, who themselves have been a bit quiet in their front? Maybe their forward line hasn't quite got the service that maybe they would have wanted. Just waiting on the referee getting the second half underway. Thumbs up from the officials. We're about to get this one underway. A big 45 minutes lie ahead for these two teams.
Who will claim the Devine Scaffolding Cup?
It's an early chance for the SYT, but it's well defended again by Wireless. Jasper on the ball now. Getting intercepted again by Sam Wardrop. Looking to start the second half. Is he mean to go on in the first as well?
One thing you have to say about Sam Wardrop is he has a lot of fitness.
Very much so, of course. Football coach by trade, well known on Instagram, has played in a lot of the SYT's recent games, including their win over the English YouTube team at Ibrox. So he's used to big pressure occasions, and it looks as if he's standing up to the pressure here. Here's Ben, no. And it's only going to go out for a goal kick. A few shouts from the SYT there, potentially maybe thinking corner, but nothing given by the officials.
Wireless boys looking to play short here. It's played out to Jacob Murray.
Oh
but
dear, oh dear.
it's overhit, unfortunately. We love to blame Jacob, but we can't that time.
He just didn't have the legs for that one. Ball back out to SYT though, looking to play the ball in towards the number 10. It's well defended again by Wireless. Callum Glasgow trying to lay it back to Gregory Taddy, but nothing doing on that one. SYT looking to drive forward for the middle of the park. There's 3-4 Wireless men around him.
Jamie Mackay plays it inside to Brandon Morrow.
Oh, clash of legs. It's going to be a dangerous free kick for the SYT. Very, very good from free kicks.
Sharp Devil will be licking his lips here.
It is right in goal scoring territory. What's up?
Take the ball away.
Come on.
I didn't even hear you. Ball played there by Shootout.
It's hit the bar, I think.
Nothing doing, no goal kick.
Brandon Morrow there with the effort at goal. Unfortunate. I think Andrew McNeil saw it all the way out though.
Yeah. He did look as if he had that one very much covered in the goal here.
It looks like Jamie is dropping deep, potentially playing a sweeper role.
Perhaps, obviously. He is a hard worker in there, it'll suit him down on the ground.
The SYT have definitely started the second half to brighter with the attack down the left of Sam Wardrope. Can he pick someone out in the middle?
It's well defended by Jacob Murray though, and well cleared in the end.
Up to Kenny Mackay, but it doesn't stick.
Doesn't stick, and unfortunately it goes out of play. Perhaps the changing conditions may be favouring SYT a little bit. Ball in behind though, here's Sam Wardrope, and the flag has not gone up, he's onside. He's nutmegged one of the defenders, he's played it in, and it's the side netting.
Jamie Mackay was not happy at the back post there. I think he wanted it played across, but Sam, after the nutmeg, wanted to go for goal.
And you can't blame him for that. Saw his name up in lights. potentially as the winner of this trophy for the SYT, but nothing doing on that one. Good knock on there by Callum Glasgow, but unfortunately it's although very nearly, SYT were a little bit worried there.
It's a corner for Wireless. Had to be played out there by the defender.
There's a lot of height in there for Wireless.
Stuart McPherson is out here to get a ball in. Hopefully the delivery's a bit better from Wireless. It's not been as good this game. That is a good ball.
It's a good delivery!
Callum Grant deals with it though.
Oh, not dealt with convincingly by the SYT though. It's fallen back to Wireless there on the edge of the box. There's a little bit of confusion, but eventually the SYT scramble it clear.
Stephen Nisbet on the ball for Wireless, plays it down the line.
Up against CJ Novo, and a big 50-50 challenge there. A few shouts from the players.
And the assistant is given a corner. Wireless boys starting to grow into this second half. It is 4 minutes in. Hopefully they can get a goal and start cementing themselves as favourites for the winners of the trophy. Ball in, dealt with Sam Wardrope. It goes back to the sender though, and straight back in.
It's a header, it's well cleared, it's well struck there by Jacob Murray, who puts it just wide.
He has to do better.
He has to do better. For a man who claims he is an attacker by trade, that is a shocking finish. Sorry, Jacob, we love you, really.
Straight back to his defending duties though, heads the ball down to Jamie of the Wireless.
And he does do well in his defensive duties, to be fair.
Yes.
It must be said.
Kenny Mackay, great touch, but dealt with by the SYT.
Good play by the SYT there to take it away. Gregory Taddy! Maybe getting his own back for a couple of challenges that have flown his way. But well played by Jacob, but only as far as the SYT. They're on the attack here. They're going to have a sighted goal here. It's a save by Andrew Mcneil. Can CJ Noble get it? It's well played.
Andrew McNeil is putting out a stellar performance here.
He really is.
He could only parry it down, but he collected the seconds.
He was brave in there up against CJ Noble, who was waiting for that second opportunity.
The referee having a word with CJ Noble there, but I think it was well within his rights to go for it. It was a loose ball.
Absolutely, that's your first rule as a striker, always follow it in, which is all that CJ Noble done. I think that's a bit harsh from the officials there.
It was a great run by Brandon Morrow, the centre-back for the SYT there, to start that attack. He's been an underrated player, I think, in this game. He's done really well.
Flown under the radar, I agree in that as well. He's been a good part of what SYT have done, rather, I should say. The wind really getting to us here. It's been sliced though by the SYT. Here is Jasper, middle of the park, looking for the ball in.
Marley 13 is on for the SYT. I didn't see that sub getting made. It might have been at half time.
Very, very well known COD YouTuber. One of his hobbies includes watching space videos on YouTube.
Another hard tackle by Jamie.
Oh, there's a lot of harsh challenges going on here.
Stephen McCauley caught in the middle of a wireless sandwich there.
How long have you been saving up that line?
It's all free ball, Alan. Come on.
Speaking of free balls, Wireless will be hoping there'll be somebody free for this ball going into the box.
Kenny Mackay is taking over as the set piece taker for Wireless. He was the top scorer in the League One many years ago, so he is definitely accustomed to knowing where the goal is, and it's a great ball in.
But it's in towards Jacob Murray, but
Callum Grant deals with it well, and he's played it out to Marley 13.
Who does well to get the knock on there.
And it's a foul by James on the number 9, Craig Kirkland, but the ref elects to play on for the advantage.
Offside flag being given up against Ben Wardrop there. And Andrew McNeil will be quite happy to let this one go out from the back and let the pressure be taken off him a little bit.
Looks like Craig Kirkland's picked up a bit of a knock there for the SYT. He's been a good player today. They'll be hoping he is fit and able to continue the game.
Of course, there's been a few enforced subs for the Wireless boys, so if the SYT are being forced to make subs as well, it could end up being a battle of fitness as to who wins this game. Well cleared again by Wireless, in there towards Kenny Mackay once again, but he's
Hint of
well
offside though. And as a foul by Marley 13 on Stuart McPherson. He had a straight leg. That's a bookable offence in a normal game. He's lucky to get away with this one.
You can tell that he plays COD and not FIFA with that challenge. Free kick in a very dangerous position here for Wireless.
It looks like Callum Glasgow is going to be the man to take it.
Of course, as you say, formerly of Paula Canala, so does know his way around the park.
And he absolutely skies it. He's upset with himself.
As you would be, of course, player of his calibre. You expect him to be doing better there.
The standards definitely dropped a little bit in this second half. Maybe the boys are feeling a bit tired. It might be time for some substitutes to change the game.
Tired legs could lead to some tired challenges here.
Kenny
Mackay takes it forward, it's in towards Cal Glasgow, but it's just ahead of him. Wireless so close to the opening goal there.
They're knocking on the door, but no one is answering.
He's here all week, everyone. He's here all week if you follow us on the flat chat.
I'm available for bookings, as is Alan.
Absolutely. If you want your match commentated, call us up. Callum Grant taking it. Callum Grant not elected to take the goal kick. Maybe a sign of tiredness from him. Looking now to his centre back to be making that kind of launch upfield. Well won though by Jamie. Gregory. Well won there, Jacob, with an absolute habit of a ball up towards the halfway, but it's worked out. Here's Kenny Mackay though for Wireless. It's in towards Jasper! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Right in the postage stamp. They are really knocking now. This is great play from Wireless.
If only it had a first class stamp, that one would have been sent right into the top corner.
They've really took the initiative and went straight for the SYT in the second half.
Here's Jacob. Header only goes as far as the midfield, but it goes underneath the SYT.
Jake Kirtland does well, but it's dealt with by Nisbet for the Wireless, and it goes straight up to Kenny Mackay.
Of the Flip the Mindset podcast, of course. Callum Grant out there strong to see that go out for a throw-in.
Great goalkeeping performance.
It has to be said, the goalkeepers for both teams are man of the matches so far. 100%.
If you're enjoying this match, be sure to donate to the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity. That's what all this is for. It's been a great day so far, a great game. Donate anything you can. The link will be in the bio. They are a great charity for a great cause.
Very well said, Heggie. And it's going to go out to a throw-in to the SYT over on the far side. Again, Wireless starting to win these little physical battles here.
It's a ball through by the SYT, but it's dealt
well
with by
won,
Nisbet.
and it's out of the stadium, we can confirm.
That is £60 down the drain now. That is a second match ball lost.
The fines that are going to be coming in for these guys for losing match balls is going to be unbelievable.
I hope it didn't hit my car.
If anyone on the outside can confirm if that did or did not hit Heggie's car, please feel free to come to the commentary box and let us know about it. Thank you. Wireless manager there shouting some words of encouragement to his boys, who he will be encouraged by how his team have been performing so far in this second half, no doubt.
Mali 13 here, going to be taking the throw in for the SYT.
Looking for a runner to call short here. It goes in towards Ben Wardrobe, and he manages to get his ball in the box, but it's going to be easily confirmed, or captured rather, by Andrew Mcneil. Jamie, of course, shouting at the referee for a potential foul there. Didn't see anything wrong with that.
It was a foul throw he was asking for. Jacob Murray marauding up, gets the ball in towards Kenny Mackay, but it doesn't work out quite as he wanted it to.
It's played back in though. Cal Glasgow just doesn't quite have the height to be reaching for that one. He's not quite Peter Crouch, so he's not going to be winning any of those.
Peter Crouch would have been doing well to win that.
Nah, he'd have got it. 100%. Big Crouchy. Throw in, far side, SYT. Again, no nonsense there by Wireless, just straight out of play.
It's a hard one to deal with down the line like that. They've done well.
They have, that's all you can ask. If in doubt, get it out. It's the old school football philosophy, and it works very well here.
Sharp Dav looking to keep this ball in. A bit of a loose ball.
And he does well, he's got the pace to keep that in.
Played it back to Mali 13.
Looking in towards Ben Wardrobe, it just goes behind him, but Jacob Murray will take that, and Wireless will be on the counter-attack, but the ball is overhit, and it's going to be a throw-in.
I don't think even Mbappe would have kept that one in.
SYT once again on the attack here. Gregory Taddy looking to win that back with a great back heel from the big man. You can tell he is the Romanian league's top scorer in 2 different seasons.
Ben looks for Sam Wardrobe, who
nonchalantly murders the corner flag. That should have a £20 fine, surely. For anyone counting at home, count up how many fines the boys have received for damaging various parts of the stadium today and losing match balls.
The heavens have started to open up. It's been A poor day for weather, but it's looking good now.
Of course, the sun's shining over on our far side here, but will the sun shine on any of these teams to get a winner in the 90 minutes? We've talked a lot, of course, about our flat chat colleagues. Obviously, Callum unfortunately going off injured. What do you make of Jacob's performance, who's currently marshalling the SYT defence there?
Well, he's gave away a penalty, but other than that, he's been pretty solid.
Yep. Goal kick given it to Wireless there.
This is a good sign for Wireless. Reese is warming up again.
And the referee is going over to console the corner flag and put it back in its spot. There you go. That's the standard of good officiating you see
Expertly done.
And Reese is warming up again. Wireless will be very, very happy to see him back on the park.
It is rolling subs, of course.
Which makes you wonder, will we see potentially Callum Porter again? He is standing up. He is moving rather well.
The Wireless boys are all warming up now.
Potentially a multiple sub situation perhaps coming on here.
Callum is making rude gestures at the commentary booth.
It's absolutely shocking, if it must be said.
He'll be dealt with later for that one.
Absolutely.
It's Kirkland through and goal, but he's dealt with well by Stephen Nisbet.
More than a few shouts of offsides coming from the Wireless bench. Corner kick to be taken by Sharpdev over on the far side. Not too many players in the box for the SYT, I've noticed here. Only a few in there, but they only needs one to put it in the back of the net.
The edge of the box is open.
Very much so, but they've not elected to go that route, and unfortunately
straight out the other side. John McPherson collecting the ball here for the Wireless boys. Doesn't elect to play it quickly back the way, but does forward into Gregory Taddy, who's been really sound in the ball in this game. You can tell he was an ex-pro.
McPherson up against Marley 13, who finds Cal Glasgow, who's going to put the ball into Kenny Mackay, who's got a 1-on-1 and goal. Callum Grant! A few shouts of handball. A penalty has been given.
Well, it can't be a penalty, surely. It's a handball outside the box.
Well, the referee did look like he pointed to the spot there.
Well, it can't be a penalty, surely.
He's talking to Callum Grant at the moment.
He'll be lucky not to see red if he's given the foul.
There's no VAR here, so there'll be no chance to review this.
I don't know what's going on here, but it's surely a free kick to Wireless just outside the box.
It looks as if that might be what it is. The referee did definitely look as if he'd pointed to the spot there. We're just kind of looking to see if we can get confirmation. It looks as if it is a free kick rather than a penalty.
Gregory Taddy giving a few words of advice here to Jacob Murray.
I never thought I would ever be hearing those words uttered out of anyone's mouth, but here we are.
I think Gregory's saying, Jacob, I'm on this one, leave it.
He's pulling rank as the pro footballer, which you've got to respect.
This is a big, big chance now for the Wireless boys. Gregory Taddy up from 18 yards out. Can he slot Wireless into the lead with a lovely finish?
Or will it be double jeopardy for Callum Grant? Could cut the tension in here with a knife. The crowds.
It's a very, very small wall from. I think he's maybe given a indirect free kick. I don't know what's happening here.
Very good question. We're being asked by one of the subs, well, how is that not a red card? We're wondering that ourselves, to be quite frank with you. Oh, Jamie has fallen over.
Jacob Murray.
Jacob Murray takes it, but Callum Grant will take it as well.
Jacob's forgot his shooting boots today, I think.
And for anyone wondering why we remind him constantly that he is a centre-back, it's with strikes like that.
I think the ref's been very lenient there on Callum Grant, potentially because it's a charity match.
On any other day, it could have and probably should have been a red. But it's played in by SYT. But
Jacob deals with it though expertly against Kirkland.
The wind's maybe playing a factor in some of these passes here.
That's a great ball out to Sam Wardrope. He's done well to shepherd it.
He's beat his man. He's going to put the ball in the back. He's going to put the ball in the box. It's in across the goal. It's CJ Noble who skies it from 4 yards. That should have been 1-0 to the SYT. Perhaps the angle took it away from him a little bit, but
On his weaker foot as well.
you still fancy a man of his lethality in these games to do better.
Kenny Mackay wins a great header, but Ben Wardrobe, sorry Sam, deals with it well.
Chances are plenty for both sides in this second half. It's starting to open up a little bit now. Here is Gregory Taddy though, looking to play it on the inside. He's done well to beat his man. But it's cleared again by the SYT out for a throw-in. Of course, if you're Wireless, you have to be looking to your bench and thinking who can change this game, who can get in, get the winner perhaps, make themselves a hero from the bench. And the same for the SYT.
We're approaching the halfway point in the second half. The only real talking point is that Callum Grant mistake where he handled it outside the box. But the SYT looking to make more talking points here, but it's dealt with well by James McDuff.
And well caught by the substitute Ben, who's making a late play to be putting goals. Although he'll do very well to unseat Andrew Mcneil.
Jasper holds it up well, picks out Callum Glasgow who spins.
Does well, and oh, a crunching challenge from Callum Glasgow.
The ref doesn't give a foul though.
That's very true, you play at the whistle. Here's Dev, looking to play the ball into CJ Noble. Sam Wardrobe is in there in the box, he's managed to find a way through, but he's offside. Has the flag gone up? Or a free kick? Not quite sure what the referee's given there, but Ben, of course, shouting some words of encouragement to his team from the sidelines.
Great
here.
skill from Sam there.
Again, great play from Sam Wardrope again. He has surely been the man of the match for the SYT as the ball is blasted over the bar for a Wireless goal kick.
Brandon Morrow loves a marauding run forward. He is causing a lot of issues to the Wireless boys, but it's going to take a wonder strike to beat Andrew Mcneil from there today.
Of course, it's going to take a wonder strike to do anything to get anywhere near Andrew Mcneil today. Superb. Ball played long by Andrew Mcneil. It's in towards the middle of the park. Kenny Mackay looking to win that and gets a good touch and doesn't get the best of touches on his chest, but he does manage to win it and place it to Jacob, who takes it past Sharp Div.
We'll be looking to get a ball in the box maybe here, but no, intercepted by Sam Wardrope, who's on a marauding run now from full back, but it's a great tackle by the Wireless boys.
Jamie once again getting involved. The ball's gone in from Wireless. It's in towards Stuart McPherson, but nothing doing, and SYT will just about get it clear. Again, intercepted well. It's fallen to Cal Glasgow in the box. It's saved by Callum Grant.
Great save, straight to the chest. I think he's hurt though. Maybe not. I think that was a bit of play acting there from Callum Grant, maybe.
Potentially time wasting becoming a factor in this game now. Does that maybe tell you that SYT are hoping for penalties? We will be going straight to penalties if there is no winner after 90 minutes here.
I think everyone at home will be wanting to see a little penalty shootout with the way the game's been going.
Of course. All I'm hoping for as commentators is that the penalty shootout is shot in those goals there. So we can see it. Nisbet is coming off. Not quite sure who for at the moment.
I don't think he is. I think he's just getting water.
Well, we heard potentially a shout of off from the Wireless bench, so unless it's maybe to someone else. Andrew Mcneil down here, clutching his knee, maybe just stretching.
Andrew Mcneil clutching his knee.
Like and subscribe, folks.
A seagull nearly just got taken out by a water bottle there. That would have been great content.
Of course, we've seen it with Max Verstappen in Canada, taking out a bird, and almost at the Wireless FC game as well.
Aaron knows a thing or two about taking out birds. He takes 2 out every weekend.
You didn't have to violate him like that on the commentary booth, man. I would also like to say a shout out to Heggy's girlfriend Erin, who will no doubt be watching this as well. Good friend of the Flat Chat channel.
A loose ball there from Callum Grant, but Sharp Div picks it up and plays it to CJ Novo.
Who does well, but so does James to get in and among it. There's a push in the back there. A few afters there from the SYT frustration, perhaps a free kick being given now.
Great play from James.
He's perhaps flown under the radar for Wireless as well. He's been very, very good.
He's done absolutely nothing wrong. He's been incredibly solid in my opinion.
One of the leaders of the Wireless boys. He will be hoping alongside Jamie to be lifting that trophy in a few short minutes' time if they can find the breakthrough. Andrew Mcneil to send this long. And he does. It's in towards Gregory Taddy, but unfortunately too high for him, and it's well won by the SYT, who will put it out for a throw. Kenny Mackay to Jacob Murray, not Jacob Murphy, I should say. Jacob Murphy, a player that you love very well, of course, at Newcastle, Heggie.
Oh, great tackle with Jamie there, but it doesn't work out for him. It breaks to the SYT with Ben Wardrope, who looks for Sam, and he's found him.
He's done
and there's
well
a lot
there.
of space out to the right if he can find him.
It's in there, but it's offside. Offside.
I don't know about that call personally, but the Wireless boys will be happy with it.
The Wireless boys are playing to the whistle, so that's all you can do. There's Stuart McPherson now showing claims of a foul shy.
And offside.
And it's going to go back to the goalkeeper.
You even called it offside, you should have known it. You play from the ground with offside, not a throw-in, bro.
Listen, I'm watching this game, brother, and I'm just watching the action that's happening, and I'm seeing that James has played the ball through and is looking to get the ball up the park for Wireless. Flick on there from Cal Glasgow, but nothing doing. Although the attempt was very, very audacious, we do like to see it. Ball tried to be playing long here towards CJ Novo. Plenty of time there for Wireless to get it clear, who they managed to do so. Mackay try to win the aerial battle there.
Daniel McGonigal dealing well with Kenny Mackay, a man a lot bigger than him, but he's holding his own.
Ball played out wide in there towards Marley 13, but it's well dealt with by Stuart McPherson. He's being pressured though.
He needs to get rid of it.
And he does, but only and does well. Wins the throw. His hair looking like Trent Alexander-Arnold's today. Doing well in the full back position. Here is Jamie, well played back to McPherson, who's only looked to maybe play this a little bit long towards Callum Glasgow, who just doesn't quite get there. A very, very cagey affair in these last couple of minutes, Heggie.
That is indeed. Both teams looking a bit nervous, maybe knowing that the next goal is the winner. Don't want to let too much happen in front of their own goal.
It's going to be a very, very big last 15 minutes of the game. Still 0-0 here between Wireless and the SYT. Sharp Div now on the ball, middle of the park, looking to play it short. Marley 13 potentially showing short, but well done there and intercepted by James again. Oh, a header only as far as CJ Novo, but again Jacob showing very good pace to get out ahead of that and force the mistake from the SYT to give them a throw. A few nervy moments perhaps there in the defence from Wireless there, Heggie.
Yes, but it was well dealt with in the end by Jacob,
who, other than the penalty, you have to say has not done much wrong either.
That's another match ball gone. Oh, it's found its way back in. You love to see that.
A £30 fine is not being received by whoever it was on that far side. The tally is currently at £80 for those wondering at home.
It's became incredibly scrappy in the last few minutes.
It's a big occasion, Heggie, you can't fault them for that.
Both teams maybe hoping to trust their goalkeepers in a shootout.
And at this rate, I would not be surprised if they do, especially in the case of Wireless.
He's already made a penalty save. There's a lot of commotion going on over here about who's taking the throw in. Just someone pick it up and throw it in. Let's get the game going.
We don't want to be spending time wasted on deciding who's taking throw-ins, as Reese is getting ready to come back on for Wireless. They will be mightily relieved that the injury that he got in the first half is not serious.
Callum Glasgow's coming off. Potentially Callum McLean back up front and Reese out on the right where he is more lethal, and I think that is what they're doing.
If you're enjoying this game so far, guys, of course leave a like and subscribe, and of course down below donate to the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity, who this is all in aid for.
The ref a little eager there to let the players come on, or let the play go on while there was a player coming on rather.
This man just loves the sound of his own whistle today, Heggie, it seems.
Jamie with another big tackle. He's left Sharp Div in a heap on the ground.
It was a very, very sharp challenge on Sharp Div. Again, how will this affect SYT? Of course, one of Wireless's best players coming back on despite being forced sub. Will there be a forced sub for the SYT here?
Jamie is not holding back whatsoever. You've got to respect it.
A captain leading his team. You've got to give plaudits for that. You've got to give plaudits to him generally for his play today. He has been tenacious in that midfield. He's not let anyone go an inch. His challenges have been very, very physical. He wants this for Wireless more than he wants, I think, anything else in the world right now. Jasper looking to take the throw for Wireless here, who's going to play it to James.
James with his lovely pink boots.
Dressed for the occasion, it must be said. Although maybe with the wind, maybe the long sleeve top would have been better.
That is maybe the longest back pass in history. About 45 yards out, punted back to Callum Grant.
Another couple of shouts against Callum Grant here in that as well. He's maybe, the concentration's maybe lacking a little bit from the SYT goalkeeper, who elects to play this one long in towards Sharp Div, who manages to find his way past Gregory Taddy. There's Ben Wardrope up against James in a physical battle, but the Wireless man gets the better of him for now. Jacob will chase that back and just opts to slice it clear.
If in doubt, get it out, as you famously said 20 minutes ago, Arm.
Absolutely, of course, a well-known football cliche, that one. But it works out a treat for him there.
Count the cliches that we've said today.
Count the cliches I've said today. Genuinely. Sharp Div, who looks as if he's moving well despite the tackle. Again, another challenge in there from Wireless. They're starting to get a bit physical in this midfield battle now. And the referee has given a throw in to Wireless. McPherson looking to take this run. Foul shy up against McPherson there. It's going to go the other way now to Mally 13. Will he manage to avoid falling foul of the foul shy? A couple of shouts for it, but nothing doing on that one. But here's Ben Wardrope, marshalled by two from Wireless. Mally 13 manages to get his ball in, but only as far as the Wireless defence. He's going to clear it out. Here's Sharp Div now in the middle of the park. Jamie once again, as always, pressuring him there.
The ball stuck well for SYT and
a coming together and a free kick for the SYT. Sharp Div complaining a little bit of Jamie there for all the challenges he's done in this game.
They really want a yellow card for Jamie, and to be honest, we can't blame them. He's put in a lot of fouls.
Substitution now being made for the SYT. It is Welchie coming on.
Jamie Mackay leaving the park.
Wearing the number 14, of course, is Welchie. His opposite number, sadly, not on the park.
Sharp Devil will be looking for a good ball in here to cause some issues with the substitute. Might be a little bit of a mix-up of who's got who in the box.
Sam Wardrop looking to elect to give him a short option.
But he's going to elect to put it in.
The ball is played in, and it's landed at the feet of an SYT player. Oh, trying to nearly wrestle Cricket Tatty to the ground. That's a bold call.
Cal McLean out wide, takes the pass Welchie. SYT in trouble here, but Cal McLean pulls up whilst they were on the attack.
Jasper manages to shield the ball from a couple of SYT players and do well, and that's not looking good.
If somebody's talking, don't talk over. It's all good. He looks in a lot of trouble here, Callum McLean.
Not a good one to lose here for Wireless, especially this late in the game.
He's played many roles today. He's done a good job, but he looks in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, it doesn't look as if he's going to be able to carry on, unfortunately. There's a clear motion of a sub to be made to the Wireless bench. 9 minutes left of play here in the Devine Scaffolding Cup. It is still 0-0 between the SYT and Wireless. A bit of a quieter second half compared to the first. Only a couple of really clear-cut chances. The main one, of course, being the one for CJ Novo that he put just over the bar. And, of course, the indirect free kick due to a lapse in concentration from the goalkeeper, Callum Grant, for the SYT. But other than that, nothing really doing. Perhaps both teams now looking to get ready for penalties. McLean, it's not looking good for him. The physios are currently working on him as we speak. The referee also over there to have a look to see if he can continue this one.
The physio's been made to work for their money today with the Wireless boys. There's been a good few injuries.
Jamie and James, if you are not paying this man, then you need to be paying him because he's done good, honest work here.
A few of the boys will be wanting a wee massage down, I think, in the changing room after the game. I know they've got a masseuse in.
I think a few of them will be needing it at this stage and that as well, rather than wanting it.
Great effort from everyone on display. Well done, everyone that's turned up and put in their work to make this day happen.
Of course, and a big thank you to the crowd that is in attendance here as well. A very good crowd here at Renfrew for this game.
You have came out in your thousands.
Maybe not quite your thousands, but your hundreds, maybe your tens, but it's still
definitely hundreds.
Still a fantastic crowd nonetheless. Thank you to everyone for coming along and supporting the day.
Ball in by Jacob Murray. Into Kenny Mackay at the back post, who heads it onto the back of the SYT player, but the ref doesn't see it and it goes out for a goal kick.
Unlucky there from Mackay. Does well to get himself there at the back post. Surprised that hasn't been an option more in this second half. Then again, it has been quite a cagey affair.
That's a link-up we've seen a lot of today. Jacob Murray to Kenny Mackay. Both of them working well. They play in the same league on a Sunday, so maybe that's where the connection comes from.
Usually as opponents, but on this day they're doing very well as teammates, it must be said. Free kick to the SYT on the halfway line. You imagine that the SYT will be looking to send this one long now, just looking for a goal to potentially get themselves a winner. Here's Sam Wardrop, who's been fouled. But apparently no, the referee has not given it.
The assistant did give it though.
Good watching there from the assistant on that one. the assistant's looking for a promotion. Very, very cagey now in these last few minutes. Will someone make themselves a hero?
Sam Wardrop is through and goal. This is a danger man. Can Jacob Murray deal with him?
He's done well to track him back. He beats Jacob Murray, but it's overhit. Unfortunately, it's overhit.
5 exactly. 5.
Well won by Marley 13, but only as far as a Wireless throw again.
Jasper's done really well today as a backup.
Called in at the very last minute.
Yep. SYT through here with CJ Novo, who leaves a toe in, but Andrew McNeil does well to collect it and hoofs it long. He's looking for Kenny Mackay, but it goes straight through to Callum Grant, the Dragon Slayer.
It's safe to say that Andrew McNeil has no doubt been the man of the match for Wireless. It's got to be said.
And as it's shaping up, 5 minutes to go, it could be going to penalties. He could be the hero once again for Wireless.
Ball trying to be played through to CJ Novo 992, but well cleared by Reese over on that far side. Valley 13 up against McPherson there. I believe a substitution's now about to get made. McPherson that's going to be his last action of the game.
For Ben Whitley, great player. We've played 5-a-side with him many a time. He has an unbelievable touch.
A man that we said at half time we were looking to see potentially come on and make a difference in the second half. Will he get his moment? Wearing the number 42, no doubt inspired by Callum McGregor. Although it's gone all the way through here.
Callum Grant collects the loose ball and he plays it quick, looking for a counter-attack. And it holds up for CJ Novo, who plays it through.
In the back.
Ben Wardrobe gets the ball though, onside. Jacob Murray deals with it well though and takes it by Sam Wardrobe and plays the ball out to Jasper, looking for a counter-attack now for Wireless.
He's found his way through to Kenny Mackay, who I believe the flag has already gone up. Three minutes away from penalties here at the Devine Scaffolding Cup. Still 0-0 between these two teams. SYT look to send this one long in towards Sam Wardrobe there on that far side, but once again well dealt with by Reese. I think they've elected to go for a little bit of physicality in that midfield now with Callum Glasgow and Ben both on.
It's another sub time.
It looks as if it'll be Stephen McCauley going off.
And he's going to be replaced by number 8, Robbie Batchelor.
And that's another, oh, not quite. If you're keeping tabs at home, a match ball has not gone out just yet. Some very, very tired legs out there now. They've put in a lot of hard work on this 90 minutes.
Jacob Murray with the ball in, looking to make something happen towards Jamie, but Marley 13 deals with it well. It drops to Gregory Taddy though, who unfortunately can't create anything.
Jamie though will win it back in the middle of the park there for Wireless, and he's almost done very well there. James going off for Wireless there.
Craig Honest is coming on, the only man from Wireless to ever win a tic-tac-toe versus the flat trap.
There you go, that's a massive achievement. Almost as massive as winning the Devine Scaffolding Cup. Almost. But will he put in an honest to goodness performance in the last couple of minutes? Welchie on the ball. Looking for
Sam Wardrobe,
who's managed to save it again, and from Andrew McNeil once again. He is the hero for Wireless.
That's great from Andrew McNeil there. It had nothing to do all half, shows great concentration levels to keep the head and stop the SYT from scoring there. And they're through again, ball in the box, but Taddy deals with it expertly.
I think a few people noticed the whistle there thinking it was the final whistle, but I think there was a few stoppages in play there.
Jasper tries to deal with it in a questionable area, but he's done well.
Welchie going down, looking at the referee as if he was looking to be fouled there.
Jamie on the ball with space to run into, but lets the player ball forward, and it unfortunately gets intercepted. It's getting a bit end-to-end now. Both teams looking for a quick winner.
A few shouts of offside there, but it's fallen to CJ Novo, who will put it out of play.
The final whistle is approaching very rapidly. If you've enjoyed the game, please donate to the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity, which this is in aid of. It's been a great day, a great game. Not many goals, but we hope you still enjoyed.
Yeah, it was a very, very fun experience, of course, and of course it's not over yet. We could be looking at the lottery of penalties to decide who takes the win in this one. Referee opted to move out of the way of that one. It nearly fell to Jasper there on the edge of the box. Jamie has not quite run away with the ball, but here comes Gregory Taddy. Looks to play it inside to Kenny Mackay, who takes the shot. Oh, it's just wide off the left-hand post from Kenny Mackay.
I think Callum Grant was actually beaten there. He just stood and looked at it. So unlucky from Kenny Mackay from range.
A very, very relieved SYT goalkeeper there.
SYT have pinched it early. CJ Novo asking for the ball, but it's dealt with by Stephen Nisbet.
Jacob Murray looking to clear it, and he has heard the shout of get it to, etc. And that's full time. We are going to be going to penalty kicks for the Devine Scaffolding Cup. Full time, SYT 0, Wireless 0. The question is, Heggie, who do you fancy to be the 5 to take the penalties for Wireless?
I think Jamie and Jacob are two certainties to step up, as well as Kenny Mackay and Gregory Taddy. The 5th, I'm not so sure. I'd like to see Ben do it, as we have seen on the Wireless TikTok. He has been pretty good at his penalties. And hopefully it's at this side, the penalties, so we can see who is hitting them.
And of course for SYT, you have to fancy the likes of CJ Novo to be hitting one. I wouldn't be surprised if Sam Wardrop steps up, wants to make himself a hero, potentially put some justification on his fantastic performance today. So, full-time analysis, what did you make of that second half, Heggie?
It was a very good half, I thought. No goals, but there was a lot of talking points. The main one being the Callum Grant ball grab outside of the box. Probably lucky to not see red, but it is a charity game after all. We're all here for a bit of fun. What about you? What did you think of that second half?
I thought it was a very good half, quality-wise. I thought, obviously, a few cagey moments. You have to fancy a few moments fell to the likes of CJ Novo, who you expect to maybe do better from where he was. Again, it was a sharp angle, but again, player of his lethality in these games, you expect him to be doing better. Of course, Mackay going close as well to being the hero for Wireless in the final minutes.
Yes, great effort from long range. It was so unlucky to not get that into the back of the net. But I fancy him to step up and score a penalty here, if I'm being perfectly honest. We saw from that strike, great ball striker. The SYT, did they ever play in a penalty shootout? Do you know?
Not as far as I am aware. I've done research on the last couple of games, and as far as I know, unless I'm sure someone from the SYT will want to correct me on the record on that one, they have not played in a penalty shootout. So it is as even can get. Wireless haven't played in one before now. SYT haven't played in one before now. So it is as even as it could possibly be going into this final couple of moments where we find out who is going to be the winners of the Devine Scaffolding Cup. A few final words of encouragement being spread for both teams here before the shootout. Our roving reporter AF looking to do some videoing of the two teams here. We would like to thank him for being a very, very good host of the pre-game and half-time shows as well. Go check out his music, he is very, very good as well. Very good friend of ours.
So the penalties are at the other side from us, unfortunately. We'll need to get the binoculars out to see who's hitting the ball. But it looks like Callum Grant will be in goal first, with the Wireless getting the first penalty.
Big performance needed from him, of course. Nearly, very nearly, cost his team the game, potentially, if that free kick had been a little bit better. How is his concentration levels? How are your nerves, boys? We hope you've enjoyed the coverage at home. If you have, leave a like and subscribe, and if you've got a spare couple of quid, feel free to please donate it to the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity, who at the end of the day are the big winners despite what happens in this shootout. Few final words being exchanged among the two goalkeepers there.
They'll both be saying, we played well, we've did our job, let's be heroes here for our team.
Of course. Months of planning, months of preparation have all come down to these 5 kicks.
And up first for Wireless is Jasper.
Very, very brave man, coming in last minute substitute for Wireless, and he's elected to take the first penalty.
Someone's tried to interview him whilst walking up to the penalty spot. That is surely not good preparation.
Jasper though looks as if he's keeping his cool, getting a few touches of the ball. Maybe that's what you need to do in these shootouts, get yourself acclimatised to the ball. A couple of touches, get ready for it.
So Jasper is up first against Callum the Dragon Slayer Grant. Will he send Callum the wrong way? Let's find out. Callum, not the regular goalkeeper for the SYT, stood in on the day. Can he be the hero? He can. On this occasion, he is sent the wrong way by Jasper. An expertly done penalty from the man that stood in on the day for Wireless.
Here comes Marley 13 stepping up for the Scottish YouTube team. He's up against a very, very formidable opponent in Andrew McNeil today. He's had a fantastic game, has the Wireless goalkeeper. Marley 13 looks to place it on the spot. A couple of steps back. And it's a good penalty from Marley 13, it's 1-1. Sent McNeil the wrong way, nothing he can do about that.
Up next now for Wireless is Stephen Nisbet. He'll be looking to replicate his cousin Kevin Nisbet's striking ability here. Left footer. Will he send Callum Grant the wrong way? He doesn't give him a chance, he absolutely blasts it into the roof of the net. It is 2-1 now to Wireless in the shootout.
And up next for the SYT is Sam Wardrope. So often the man of the match, you could say, for the SYT. He's been brilliant today. Can he do what he needs to do and keep the SYT in this one? Currently 2-1 to Wireless as it stands. This is a battle between the two men of the match, I think, for me. Wardrope, football coach by trade, looking to step up. It's saved by Andrew McNeil! What a save that
is! He has proven to be the hero today for the SYT, Andrew McNeil. That is his second penalty save. Big chance now for Wireless to...
And up next is Ben Whitley for Wireless.
Big chance now for Wireless to send the boys 3-1 up. We have seen on the TikTok this week from Wireless, he's a great ball striker from the spot. Can he prove it in the shootout? He can! Right into the corner. What a finish. And that is now 3-1 to Wireless in the shootout. This is crucial now for the SYT.
And it is Ben Wardrope to step up. Grant getting perhaps going the right way, just could not beat the power of the strike from Ben Whitley. Fantastic penalty. Here comes Ben Wardrope. His brother Sam missing. Can he keep the SYT in the game, or will Gordon McNeil be the hero again and potentially give Wireless match point? Steps up. Great penalty. Sends McNeil the wrong way. And it is 3-2.
Jacob Murray is up next.
Here we go.
To make it 4-2 to Wireless. I will tell you right now at home, Jacob Murray is hitting this to his left-hand corner down low.
Don't say that too loud. Callum Grant might hear you.
We've seen this penalty one too many times from Jacob Murray.
But will Callum Grant be able to keep it out?
Jacob Murray from the flat chat scores. Clinical, exactly where we said.
And it's a good thing that Callum Grant wasn't listening too far, otherwise he might have guessed where that was going.
It's now 4-2 to Wireless. It is theirs to lose.
So here we are. As it stands now, if they miss, they are out, and it is
Craig
Kirkland to step up. If he misses, Wireless are the winners of the Devine Scaffolding Cup, and he does! Wireless have won the Devine Scaffolding Cup for 2023. An incredible performance by Mcneil in goal, 2 penalty saves, and it is
in the shootout, 1 in normal time. He is our man of the match.
He is absolutely our man of the match.
He is being swarmed by the players as we speak. It is unbelievable.
It is heartbreak for the SYT, who gave it everything in this game as well. But alas, it is Wireless on their first game together as a team who have won the Devine Scaffolding Cup.
In aid of the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity has been Aaron and Heggie live from the commentary booth. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and donate anything you can to the Glasgow Children's Hospital charity.
And as always, take it easy.
Jobs are like that, you can do it well, you know. Definitely went goalie man of the match. Oh, he was brilliant. Purple number 2, I thought he was awesome, right? Lock the gate. Steady. Steady. Well, you go. You go. It's a Jordan down there, isn't it? Yeah, I can't be looking at either. Yeah. They wouldn't. No. Right.
Right, now we've got the winners up for today. We've got Wireless coming up to collect their trophy. Sorry, we've got the referees coming up next to collect their trophies.
Is it? Just because I've got 3 minutes left, I don't know what I'd go to nothing.
Right, we've got a man of the match for our Scottish YouTube team. The man for CJ Hoehle. The goalkeeper, Andy McMillan. Pass by Shelby not least. We'll get the winners for tonight. Heriess FC Gillard. That's the absolute Uddingston. Do we get a countdown forward, folks?
A full team coming up. Yeah. They're going to fight, so it's
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
right down for.
Right, we wheel that.
Is that what I have to?
I'll get on everything first.
2 minutes left. Unless. Unfortunately, they'll not get back to you. Yeah. Jordan, get something. Make sure you're facing whatever way they're facing hard. The last minute of.
He's ready.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Get a trophy up.
That's what we do.
Go on, get a trophy. Get up.
Oh, yeah.
Get
Put
up.
the countdown.
Oh, that buck fast
So we're here with the winning manager from Reese. Happy with that?
Aye, delighted. Tough game. Wasn't the most entertaining, but Big Andy saved us a few times, and I thought it was only fitting that he was the man to save us in the penalty
He was
shootout as well.
Yeah,
outstanding.
let's talk about Andrew Mcneil a bit more than that as well. Superb for his a day. Penalty save in the game, 2 penalty saves in the shootout. You've got to be thinking. I noticed there was a few contract negotiations, a little bit of the SYT manager getting in there and that as well, want them signed. So you want to hold on to him for next time.
Listen, there'll be plenty of teams after Andy. Honestly, he gets headhunted everywhere he goes, but he's one of them that when it happened in the shootout, you just kind of thought, aye, that's about right. Andy saved us. Andy deserves to save us. It was the way it went, the full game. So, aye, congratulations to the boys and delighted.
Was there any other standout players you thought from your team?
I thought Nisbet at the back was fantastic for us today. Everybody put a shift in, no matter who we called upon. There was Stuart McPherson who came on at left mid, again excellent. There was boys in the middle of the park competing all day, and aye, we just done well. Everybody, regardless of how sore or stiff and hurt we were towards the end, especially the fitness started to go, but the boys just found somewhere to pull it for and got us through.
A great win for Wireless, of course. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and of course donate if you can.
Aye, that's amazing.
What a fucking bar! Oh, fucking yes! Hey, go, bro. What you doing now? Aaron, see under that table there's a black towel. Can you pass me it, please, mate? Yeah, lads, and I know